Hello, parents. So, today is October the 9th. This is our October the 9th teacher parent video. What's important? Okay, let me just get right to it. Next week is the last week of our first grading period. How your students, at the end of next week, I'll be closing up the grade book as in regards to accepting any late work for this quarter. And I will be working on their first quarter grades. I'm going to really be stressing a lot to your students next week. If they are someone who's missing some work, hey, let's get this work turned in so you can get the best grade possible. I did meet with one student today where I was very honest with her, and I told her that if you look at your grades and you notice that you're missing work, because she asked me, she said, Mr. Wilson, do I have to turn in my missing assignments? And my reply to her was, are you content with the grade that you presently have? If you have a C and you personally are ecstatic with your C, then you're probably not going to do any work. But if you are that student who has a C, when you realize I could turn that C into a B, then let that be what guides you to do your work. I'm trying to continue the process of giving our students the power and the understanding that what they put into this whole school thing is what they will get out of it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to teach them with everything I have, but I want them to be responsible. And I want them to take ownership of the potential success that they may have. With that said, this next week is the last week of this quarter. I will still accept late work, but after next week, I won't accept any late work for this quarter simply because the quarter will have concluded. So this is kind of they're against the wall. I did mention to the students, I want to say it was yesterday, how some of them were doing in regards to the 4 classes that I teach. If they were excelling or if they needed a little bit of work. There are some students who right now they're doing a great job. They have A's and B's in all 4 subjects that I teach. They just need to simply continue with what they've created. Some of the students in the class, on the other hand, they need to spend this week really catching up, because if not, their grades won't be a true reflection of their abilities. Report cards. So, report cards will be mailed to you. Our progress reports were not. I don't really know why they were or were not. I think it's a decision above my pay grade, but the report cards will be mailed. You should expect them in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, to be honest with you. So, what are we learning? We're going to be hopefully concluding chapter 5 in math, which it is dealing with graphing numbers on a number line, plotting numbers on a number line, and coordinate planes. Hopefully, we'll be finished with that. For language arts, right now we're covering theme and what theme means in stories, which is the underlining message of an author. Or if it's a movie, the underlining message in that movie, or if it's a speech, the underlining message in that speech. It's that message that the author is trying to give you. So we're covering that, and I'm trying to distinguish the difference between theme and main idea, because quite frankly, sometimes it's kind of confusing for some of our students. For science, we are concluding um, human impact on the environment. We're going to finish that up and then we'll be done. For history, we're just working our way up to Judaism and eventually making our way to Egypt. I don't know how fast we're going to go with history and science, just simply because we only cover it once a week. Beyond that, as always, I am so lucky to be able to work with your students. I get to smile every day, and it's not a manufactured smile. It's not a fake smile. It's a true smile of joy that I get to experience because I get an opportunity to work with your students, even remotely. Um, I know that we probably have at least one more quarter before our students will physically be at school. And I can tell you, I cannot wait to see these 30 students walk through my door and I get an opportunity to really work with them while maintaining social distance. So, with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and go Lakers.